Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a Tier 7 game in my Tier 6 Fubuki. Going over the matchmaking threats to my ship, the enemy Wesser. Got one radar ship with the Atlanta, and the 3 DDs Udiachi, Vasteras, and T-22. So this game is another request that I had received. Somebody they're grinding basically up the Japanese destroyer line, having issues with Fubuki, and was interested in some gameplay with the ship. I looked at my channel and was kind of surprised the last Fubuki game I had played was something like a year ago. So here's a new game for it. Right out of the gate, pushing up here, we're on two brothers, 4-cap domination. I am seeing some issues with my team that I don't like, and right away, I've got a Florida. It's one of the slowest battleships in the game, and it's zooming right by my cruiser support. This is going to translate to how I can play on the cap, because I'm not really going to have any close support back here from these two cruisers. Now, overall, I'm going to be getting a lot of support, because if you look, almost the entire middle team is all pushing in towards the decap. Now that's actually going to create some situations for us, because we have a very light flank out here on A cap. They're all pushing very aggressively. Look how bow in they are into the cap. The shores in particular can disappear at any moment, and the Colorado's too slow to basically escape being run down. So I think that this flank is already lost. The way that we're going to have to win this is to basically be very aggressive, pushing up through here, and basically eliminate this team here, and be able to, get some back capping, do what we need to do to make this side of the map win the game. Launching some torpedoes, just those are more aimed at zoning out this Vasteras, just in case he steps on decap. I am going to have to pull back here with this Fubuki. This Fubuki is basically signing his death warrant, pushing up there, which I'm not opposed to. It's just taking my team a very long time to put this guy down. This Furataka is going to go behind the island. I'm just going to circle back around. The cap is telling me that the Vasteras has not stepped on the cap because it's still not ticking. And now that the Furataka has left the cap, there's no enemy ships on the cap. Now, I'm looking at the minimap. I'm not really happy to see. We need to push in. We need to have a decisive battle down here, and we need to destroy this as soon as possible. If you look, most of the enemy cruisers, they're already kiting. That means we're not going to be able to destroy these guys quickly. Here I'm contemplating jumping in, but this Jaguar has an Omaha right behind him. Should have plenty of support. The Vasteras doesn't have smoke, so I'm just going to get with the killing down over here. And part of this is a good lesson on kind of how you got to play a little different when you're trying to run down an enemy team. Ideally, you want them to push into you, so prioritize the ships that are pushing towards you. So in this example, the Genoa is right in my face. I'm actually going to have to smoke up here because my Florida can keep this guy spotted for me. And this is the turn that I'm looking for. You see I've switched to AP. I'm waiting to see what he's going to do. I'm going to scooch up in my smoke, try to get a better angle. He's turning now, and I'm going to get one good crack at him before he goes in behind the islands. And do a nice chunk of damage. Leaves him pretty well disabled. Gotta pop my engine boost, get out of the way of these torps. And my next target that I don't like is this Iron Duke. If you look, if he sits there, he's going to get a lot of broadside shots on my cruisers as they push into chase. So I'm launching a really tight set of torps to try to erase this guy from the map. Now, I'm going to shoot this guy. I'm going to try to bait him into turning out to shoot me. And he's just basically going to ignore me. He's too busy focused on this Omaha, which is a good ship for him to shoot. I just think that there's other stuff that he can delete too. He is going to pick up our Omaha. There it is. I pick up the kill on him. Now, I'm going to transition targets to this Graf Spee. My Omaha is doing questionable things fighting this Graf Spee, giving a lot of broadside, and Graf Spee really can just erase an Omaha at this range. Now, I'm going to take the time and reverse my guns. I'm not really going to do a lot in DPM right now, but if I continue this path, it's going to take me out into the map border, and I really want to get back towards the middle of the map. So, longer term, this is much better gun position for me. I should have done this earlier. I just wasn't, because there were DDs that I might be shooting on that side of the map. Like I said, questionable things. Now, here's a little trick here. You're spotted. See all this smoke here? I'm going to slam on the brakes back here, and I'm going to burn a lot of my time back here just denying this guy a clean view at my ship where he can see what speed I'm going, that kind of thing. And that little delay, he looked elsewhere and ended up shooting, even though I'm the closest target to him. So, little cheeky trick right there to help you disengage if you need to. Now, what I'm looking to do here, this Graf Spee is about run as far as he can run, and I'm chasing him north. What I'm trying to do, I'm going to lay a torpedo spread out here with the idea to pin him against either these islands here or the map border and make it so this guy basically can no longer run away. He's going to basically either die to me or my team as they're pushing up. So if you look, I've got torpedo overlap with the map border. There's no way that he can escape, outrun these torpedoes, and I'm just going to let these torpedoes cook a bit and wait for him to shoot. Now, again, what I'm trying to do here, just be a distraction. I want this guy thinking that he can shoot me instead of worrying about the torps. I see that he's turning in to rush me. I am going to use my smoke here. We've got ships close enough that, well, I thought that they were going to be able to spot him, but he was able to go dark. I pop out of my smoke screen. Now he's slowed up, and probably one of the worst areas to do it. Ends up catching a torpedo, and I'm just going to use this opportunity to duck back into my smoke and get another couple shots off onto this Graf Spee. Maybe I get a fire, maybe I don't. At the end of the day, just looking to help my team put this guy down. Now if you look, I mean, this is what I was meaning on this map. The enemy team has already flanked all the way through and are backcapping D behind us because my team is moving so slow. And they're not really landing the shots that they need to down here. I'm going to end up circling back around. I'm basically leaving this squishy Graf Spee to my team. Now my team is starting also to turn their guns back around to deal with the Nagato and the Colorado, and I'm just trying to, you know, still help my team out. With Graf Spee's slow gun reload, I'm just trying to offer, you know, just a horrible target for this guy to deal with. And at this point, you can see him pull his guns off me, and he's no longer focusing on me. You see, he's not aiming at me. He's switching target to the Nuremberg, and that means I can be a little more aggressive engaging this guy. At this point, I'm really just saying, you know what? My team down here has to deal with the Grafspee. He's close enough that, I mean, you can't miss. That guy did major work tying up our team this long, and we do have the ship lead, but we're so far down on caps that we've been low on points. I mean, more bad stuff is going to happen here. I'm racing as fast as I can back down here to see if I can, help erase these battleships. We have an enemy, Helena, pushing in here. Um, the unnamed Rockstar is going to be this Leningrad. As this game progresses from here on out, watch this guy. This guy was the DD that spawned out here on ACAP. He lived. He didn't just go and die with the rest of his team. Uh, he went and he's lived. He's gunboated this entire time. Um, and now as the enemy pushes through our cap, he's going to go around and he's going to start back capping things. And it's going to be it's going to keep us in the fight. My Fiji's pushing out. I think that this, in the long term, this is not a good play for the Fiji, because I've got more health than him. Actually, it's this one. Yeah, he took the torps here. Yeah, we're gonna need his HP later on. So in hindsight, not the best trade. I'm going to work on the Helena. Again, anything I can do to put these guys down. That's a nice kill, except would have preferred us to keep our Jaguar. I am pushing up here trying to get this Colorado. The Fiji's pushing again. This Fiji's being too aggressive. Any damage that he takes it's really going to put us in a bind. I'm throwing some, complete saturation torpedo strike through this entire area. And again, you see the big hit that the Fiji had taken. If this Wesser had been able to get off a drop on him, he'd be pretty much combat ineffective. And as it is, we've got some full health destroyers back here that we're going to have to tangle with. So the Leningrad's gunboating the Wesser. I'm going to push straight through. I know we need to get up here and get these DD fights going. And this is going to get, really dicey here. I see, the low HP Vastras. I'm gonna try to take some shots, see if I can get, a positive trade on this guy. See if we can't get this guy put down. Now I slowed down just in the worst possible time. I slowed down right into the path of those torpedoes. I'm just going to use my smoke here, try to limit the damage. I don't want to get an unrepairable fire or anything like that that's going to cost additional HP. But really just that hit right there really hurt. And unfortunately it happens. Sometimes if you slow down to throw somebody's aim off, you have the potential to slow down into a torp that means you can no longer avoid it. That's what happened there. And in hindsight, better it's better not to slow down there, um, because he was only able to shoot at me with his front guns. Smart play by the Udiachi. He's got CV spotting out here. So I'm just getting narrow, trying to be really hard to hit. Again, just a really crummy situation. We're not getting any real support by ours. Well, our CV's. I don't even know what he's doing at this point, but you know, there's not a lot that I can do about this. Get my torpedoes out just in case I go down. Finally able to shoot down that last plane. And now just trying to circle around. I want to try to use the Udiachi smoke against him if I can. Now my Fiji's pushing in. Fiji's low HP. I'm low HP. It's, you know, this isn't good. You see our Leningrad though. He's coming around, back capping, and I'm looking. And right here, this is the spot that I'm looking for. Now, unfortunately, the Wesser's just inside my gun range. Now, as this Udiachi turns, I see him steering into the island right here. You're going to see me, my torps just came up, I slowed up, threw off that shot. Now, he's going to crash into the island. I know he's going to beach. I know I'm low HP enough already. I have no smoke. That I know the CV is going to kill me. So I'm going to throw these torps in here. I'm doing it really fast. So basically I launch one in here, and one directly at him. With the idea being that, yes, I'm going to go down either to the Udiachi or the CV. But my torpedoes are going to keep this guy pinned against this island long enough for my Fiji to get there and nuke him. If my CV doesn't nuke him, or if these torpedoes don't as well. Um, I made that play. In hindsight, ideally would have preferred to be able to use that smoke against him. Just the Wesser was just inside my gun range, and I thought that my Fiji would have been able to get some bigger hits there with him being broadside to the Udiachi being broadside to the Fiji. It didn't happen. It just kind of went bad, and I just tried to make the best of it that I could. But with me trading there for that DD, my Leningrad has come through. We were able to defend decap and retain it. My Leningrad was able to back cap B and A, and now everybody's pinching in on the Wesser, and it's going to be all she wrote. And not my cleanest game, but definitely a really solid game in my Fiji, my Fubuki, to kind of give you guys an update on this ship, how it's playing. Um, in my previous videos, I had noted that the guns were acting kind of derpy. Not really seeing that anymore with Fubuki. The couple times that I played her to get a game for you guys. So I'm not sure if something got fixed or something like that. But the guns seem a lot more consistent these days than they were with my videos over a year ago. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. As always, the build is going to be in the video description. It's not going to be the full 19-point build. I played this with a 13-point captain just to give people an idea of what the ship looks like when you're going to be grinding it. As always, invites to my Discord and everything are in the video description as well. If you got total brain fart right there, I'm starting to lose my mind. Anyway, hope you guys have a good night. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will talk to you later.